Welcome back, dear viewers. Seventh round has been played. In women's section, we see all four games ended in a draw. I lost my game with the black pieces against Meruert Kamalidenova. Let's move to women's section, and we see Matnadze Munguntul. They did not really play. Claudia Colon ended her game in a draw against Sultanbek Zeynep. Balabaeva, Osmak, they are still playing. We see that Lia Kurmangalieva won against Elina Danielian. We see that Amina Gayarbekova managed to win with the black pieces against Kaldarova. Yes, let's move to my game. I had black pieces against Meruert Kamalidenova. Very strong female player, no doubts, no questions. Yes, e4, c5, knight f3, d6, bishop b5, knight d7, d4, c takes d, queen takes d4, a6, bishop e2, knight f6, short castle. Here if c4, then e5, queen e3, and d5 works. C takes d, bishop c5. If I'm not mistaken, after e takes d, also bishop c5. Yeah, short castle, e5, queen e3, knight c5. Otherwise, white is threatening to go c4, knight c3. So knight c5, knight c3. I played bishop e7. I think even maybe here, black can go knight g4, queen d2, knight f6. Rook d1, this e5 pawn is hanging. I played bishop d7 to always have knight d6 move if she goes b4. Here also knight g4, queen d2, knight f6 was possible. I went short castle, she played knight d2. And I completely forgot my game against Etienne Bacro. It was online rapid game where I went knight g4, bishop g4, bishop g4, and Etienne played rook e1. Yes, during the game I was considering knight d6, if knight c4, knight d4, but knight b3, knight f4, bishop f1, I wasn't sure. I knew that Vidit played, had a game. After the game, my opponent said that bishop c6 is possible option. I went knight g4. I think this was more or less fine. If queen f3, f5 comes, takes, and here f3, I played bishop e6. Yes, she could go queen e2. She played knight f1. I went f5. E takes f, bishop f5, queen e2. I think around equal position. I played bishop g6. Maybe queen d7 was also possible with the idea to go rook a e8. I played bishop g6 anyway. I thought let's move the bishop, otherwise knight is coming to g3 or e3 with the tempo. So bishop g3, she played knight d5. I went rook c8. She played b3 to develop bishop on a3. Here I could go bishop g5. I could go king h8. I played knight e6, attacking the pawn. She could go c4 because knight d4 there is rook d4, or knight d7 rook d4. Yes, but she decided to play c3. Very classy move. I played king h8. Yes, if knight e7, queen e7, bishop a3, knight f4 is coming. So bishop e3. I played bishop g5, knight d2. And I took on e3, I played knight c5. Now some bishop c2 ideas are threatening. If c4, knight e6 is coming back. Here I could go knight e6. I played knight d3, and she went a5. And here I think I made a inaccuracy in my thoughts. I played knight b2. Already at this moment she was maybe around 30 minutes ahead on clock, and I played knight b2. I was already fine with the draw. I could go knight f4, and I think if knight f4, rook f4, if knight e4, then black is choosing between knight e5 or bishop e4. So I played knight b2. In this way I wanted to offer a draw. If rook e1, then knight d3, rook d1, knight b2. Yes, she surprised me with rook f1. Here I could go knight c4, takes. I don't think white is much better. Maybe very, very tiny better. So I played knight d3 and yes, g3. Classy move, and knight is in huge trouble. So if I go rook c6, then knight e4 comes. Not really knight e4 because knight b2. Rook a2 comes. If I go knight b2, then knight b6 comes, and here rook a2 comes, and knight d3, knight d5. So I played h6, she went rook a2, and now knight e4 is a threat. I went e4, she took with the knight, I played knight e5, and again I'm getting some activity, because after g3 she weakened her structure a lot. So knight f4, bishop f7. Yes, I could take bishop e4, let's say queen e4, rook c7, queen b3, bishop e4, f takes c, queen c7. So bishop f7 I played, rook f2, I played rook e8. She went queen d4. I saw rook c6 move, but eventually I went this, and here this does not really work because unfortunately knight g6 is there and I'm losing more material. Yes, rook e6 would have been stronger, and if here, then I think black is having decent chances to make a draw. Yes, I played queen c8 already. At this point I didn't have much time. Yes, I thought that I'm threatening knight f3, and I was considering some knight d5. She played rook e1, and now knight f3 does not work because it doesn't matter how do you take. In the end, again knight g6 comes. So I played rook c6, queen d1, I played rook d8, queen e2. Yes, maybe here queen f5 would have been stronger. So this, queen e2, I played rook e8, rook d1, queen f5, knight d6, another classy move, takes this. And here my hope was rook d5, rook e2, rook f5, rook e1. But of course queen d3, knight d6, and position is very unpleasant. We cross time control, and maybe my strategy going somewhere g5 was completely wrong. I should have just wait, but it was so unpleasant. Nothing is really working for me. So I played king g8, king g2, g5, knight e2, g4, knight d4. Yes, I played queen g5. Yes, she just found another classy move, rook f4. I played this, she played h4. I went queen d1, rook f2, another classy move, and here I resigned. Yes, I don't have words. She just crushed me. Let's move to the game. Yes, knight e6 I saw, knight c4, knight d4, queen d3. I thought knight e6, knight b3. Yes, but black is fine with b5 is working here, or knight f4, bishop f1, b5, or just any move. So I played knight g4. Yes, bishop c6. She said. And why b4 isn't working after just knight e6 and then knight f4. So knight g4, not the strongest. F3, and yes, seems black is having some. And let's just go back, and I want to check here. So knight g4, queen d2, knight f6, bishop c4 does not really make a draw. What about here? No, no, I did not have. So I played bishop e6. Yes, bishop e6 or bishop d7 even. Yes, bishop d7 with the idea to go b5 somewhere. So bishop e6, knight f1. I pushed f5, takes. Yes, I took with the bishop, but engine likes more taking with the rook and keeping bishop on e6. So I took queen e2, and position is slightly unpleasant for black. Bishop e6, rook c8, bishop g6. I played bishop g6, knight e5, rook c8. Yes, but here she went wrong, like bishop e3, a5, so b3 she played. And black is just fine. Bishop f6, knight e6, I played knight e6. c3. Bishop g5 I could play. So I played this. Bishop e3, I played bishop g5. She went knight e2. I took here. Yes, knight f4, I played knight c5. b4, I played knight d3. a5. Knight f4 or h6. I played this. And yes. Knight c4 I'm having problem. Bishop d3 and bishop g6. So I played this and g3, yes, g3. Yes, h6, rook a2. I push d4, takes this. She didn't play well, so I could take and queen c7. So she played this, rook e8, queen d4, but again d5, I did not understand. d5, knight c5, b6. So I played this, and here rook e4, queen d8, but position is very unpleasant. I played this, knight d5, rook e1, she found rook e1. Queen f5 isn't working. It's there, but it's very unpleasant. So I played this, I played queen c4, knight d6. Yes, knight g6 also wins. Yes, this position also lost, and I pushed, I took. Yes. So first of all, my mistake was going knight g4. Let's say knight e6 or bishop c6 would have been stronger. Okay, here she didn't play well, and yes, position is fine. Just not even here bishop d3, but not knight d3. And starting from here, position was very unpleasant. And yes, bishop e4 was my chance. And here it was d5, knight c5, b6, which was possible to see. And yes, here I did not have any chance. Yes, let's see the pairings for women's tournament. And yes, we see that Munguntul Gayarbekova, Danielian Kaldarova, Osma Kurmangalieva, Sultanbek Balabaeva, Matnadze Kulon. And let's move to our tournament to see the pairings. Yes, Ansat Aldiyar against me, Denis Makhnev against Meruert Kamalidenova, Aristanbek Urazev against Alisher Suleimanov, Aditya Mital against Ramazan Jalmakhanov, and Vitaly Sivuk against Alexander Rakhmanov. Yes, no words. It's very painful to I was doing quite well, and today also I was trying my best, but somehow didn't play well, and lost my game. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you soon.